Hey, this is Rick Casalge, injury specialist from exercisesforinjuries.com. In today's video, what I want to go through are the 5 best moves to relieve plantar fasciitis. And I'm going to get Kara to help me out with the moves. And the first one that she's going to go through is a calf stretch. So I'll get Kara to demonstrate it, without any support from the wall. So what you're going to do is, take a half step forward, half step back. Good. And that ends up being the end position that you're getting into. So I'll get you, go back to the start. So standing nice and upright, head, shoulders, hips, legs in a straight line. And then you can take like half a step forward, half a step back. And then the back leg is straight, heels down, toes are pointing straight ahead. Your head, shoulders, hips are in a straight line, and the front foot is flat and the knees bent. So that's the position that you're looking at being in the end position. Now, if you need support or balance, you can move to the wall and do the exercise against the wall. So standing upright, hands on the wall, taking a big step back, legs in a straight line, looking for a stretch in that belly of the calf, toes pointing straight ahead, heels down, and then you're holding that position. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 2, so you'd alternate back and forth. Time would be smooth controlled movement with a good hold at the end position for about 20 seconds. The intensity is light, we're not trying to rip apart the muscle, and the purpose is to elongate or stretch out that calf muscle, and by stretching out that calf muscle, it will decrease the pull that it's doing on the heel and the plantar fascia. Okay, so that's the first move to do. Now the second one is a towel stretch. Now with this one, it involves a chair or sitting. You need some kind of towel to go through the exercise. But it's an effective exercise to do. So I'll get Kara to demonstrate it. Good. So you're having a seat, you've thrown the towel over, you've rested your leg on it. Ideally you want that leg straight. Then you're going to pull the towel back. That's going to pull your toe back, and you're going to end up getting a stretch in the calf. But then we're also working on ankle mobility or increasing movement in the ankle. Kara would hold that for 20 seconds, and then she would relax, and then she would go into the next repetition. So legs straight, slight stretch in the calf, but also getting ankle mobility or ankle movement. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 2, so 2 on one side, 2 on the other. The intensity would be light. The purpose of the exercise, as I mentioned, it's another stretch of the calf, but we're also working on the ankle mobility or improving the movement in that ankle. Looking at the hold, so time, the time would be 20 seconds. So you'd hold that end position of a light stretch for 20 seconds. So that's 2 of them down. Now moving on to the third one, this is toe stretch, and this involves the chair as well and involves sitting as well. And I'll get Kara to go through the movement and hold the end position, and then I'll break it down. Okay, so with this one, how this one breaks down is you're sitting nice and upright, you're going to bring that foot and you're going to cross it over the leg, and then you're going to grab the hand and pull the toes back. Okay, so that's the toe stretch that we're going to go through. So Kara has her right leg up, so you have that right arm grabbing that right toe and pulling the toes back and looking for a stretch. It'll move into that fascia or bottom of the foot. Now looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 2 again, time would be 20 seconds, intensity is light, and the purpose of this is to stretch the toes but also to stretch specifically that fascia. Okay, now moving on to the fourth one. So the fourth one would be the foam roll the foot, foam rolling the foot. So with this one, you're going to grab the foam roller, and we're going to do this in standing. So placing the foam roller on the floor, you're going to place one hand on the wall, and then you're going to put your foot on that foam roller, and then you're going to roll through that foam roller. Good, throughout that whole foot. And we're looking at self-massaging that bottom of the foot. And looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 5. Time is smooth controlled movement with a good stop at the end position. And the intensity is light to moderate. You start off with light, and then you can increase the pressure, the weight that you put into that foam roller to intensify that massage. So that's number 4, fourth movement. Now going to the 5th movement, this is ball into foot. So we're going to put the foam roller away. We're going to grab some kind of ball. This is like a lacrosse ball. Going to place it on the floor. You're close to the wall and putting the hand on the wall. And I do this in order to remove balance so you can focus in on the exercise you're doing and the movement you're doing, so you're not having to fight to balance yourself. Then you're going to place one foot on that ball, and you're going to roll that ball up and down the foot, side to side when it comes onto the foot. Perfect. And then looking at the sets, reps, time, and intensity for this one, sets would be 1, repetitions would be 5, time would be smooth controlled movement with a quick stop at the end position. Intensity is light to moderate, just like the foam rolling one. Start off lightly, and then you can put more weight into the ball to intensify that self-massage. Now, with the ball into the foot, foam roll foot, and the toe stretch, what I recommend you do is do those exercises with no shoes on. We demonstrated them with shoes on, and it's not very effective with shoes on. It's ideal to have your shoes off and do those last couple exercises. So there you go. Give those exercises a go. If you have plantar fasciitis, it'll help you relieve your plantar fasciitis. Now, if you want some of my other best tips and tricks when it relates to overcoming foot pain, what I recommend you do is click the first link in the description. I got a brand new free report called 5 Tips and Tricks to Fight Foot Pain and Tightness. Just head down below, click the link, and let me know where to send the report. Now, if you got benefit from this video, make sure to like this video. If you have any questions or comments for me, leave them down below in the comments section. And lastly, hit subscribe to get future pain relieving videos.